Welcome, everybody, to this week's Metagame Minute, your once weekly Chaotic Amateurs actual play podcast follow-up talk show available for free every Thursdays wherever you get your podcasts. We're going to go ahead and kick things off by going in the new standardized horn order with Milo, Mr. Ball. This is a ball-heavy episode. Bummer that you failed those saves and everything, but
yeah, especially since I was rolling like high 20s like the entire time until then.
What do you think's up with this hyena energy thing?
Not a clue. I am excited to find out. It's just this storyline is dope. I'm super stoked for whatever happens.
Dude, yeah. What's Ball thinking, like, seeing the graveyard of all these guys? Like, I know we kind of joke back and forth with Wolf, like, oh, well, now you know how it feels and all this sort of stuff. But, you know, since the spotlight seemed to be on Ball this whole episode, or most of the episode rather, you know, what's Ball thinking about this graveyard? What's Ball thinking or hoping that he can do with the circlet? You know, what's Ball worried about now that this other guy has a circlet?
As far as it's just seems like a battle. Just a battle took place. This captain was obviously a very good captain. He figured out the circlet thing and was able to get it off, which is really kind of a cool little, just like, tiny thing that was kind of added to the story. As far as everything that's going out here in the woods, Ball's thought was, well, they were able to control through the circlet. Maybe I can somehow tap into that same power. Disappointing it didn't work out, but you know, that's the way the dice roll, I guess.
Do you think a higher dice roll would have done the trick, or do you
think so?
Yeah.
I think, a 9 is just pretty much garbage. I think if I was 15 or higher, maybe there would be some kind of reaction, but that's just, I mean, that's how it goes. It was interesting the way it went out. I'm kind of worried because these guys are tough. They're very strong, so it's going to be a good fight for sure.
What do you think? Are we going to try and get it back? Or are we just going to like whip these guys' ass?
I think that would be a great idea to try to get that circlet back, because we know it makes them way more powerful.
Right. Scory, Tilbrun, Caleb.
What?
I
have a head. I have a head.
Yeah, you got a head. That's kind of fucked up. What is the purpose of the head for you again?
Speak with the dead to find out what happened and hopefully glean any.
And that's a ritual spell?
Yeah.
I had to step away from what went right when that was happening. So,
yeah.
How long does the ritual take? Is that something we're going to do tonight?
It takes 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, but I didn't have it prepared for the day. And
gotcha.
Our DM says I have to have it prepared. So
right, he's just like, I guess, going by the rules. And not just making it up on the fly.
Yeah. Screw him.
Who does this guy think he is?
So I'm excited to do that, figure out who these people are. Maybe we can give Wolf some information about some brethren.
Yeah. What did you think about Arthur's pun about seer and that sort of thing?
Oh, I didn't hear it. I must have missed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's giving me the light, so I'm gonna not go into detail on that one.
How do you feel about it?
I felt pretty good about it. So good, in fact, that I even wrote it down on my notes.
Oh my god! Get out.
So that
part
I
of your official notes.
So that I could remember to say it when it came up naturally.
It's even worse. You wrote it down beforehand.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't forget.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, guys.
If the pun's that good, you wouldn't forget.
Yeah, I never waste a good pun.
You try to, but you can't.
I just can't do it. Arthur is really excited to see things kind of unfold. He's kind of excited to cast some spells again because I think he's had some useful spell casts like this whole season, but I don't think that he's felt ever more useful than last time when he's casting like some control spells and things like that. So he's kind of like excited for the things to go down a little bit. That's why he was like, you want me to blow these dudes up from way over here? Because I can do it, you know. So yeah, but he is kind of just he feels a little bit out of his element. Everything's coming up. It's like, well, what would Zephyr or Arthur do in this situation? I asked about valuables, but he doesn't really need valuables. He doesn't really need weapons or anything like that. So he's just kind of excited to be out here doing something different and also, you know, with his friends. Riff, what about you? I was kind of excited to see some like judo flips or something if things popped off with the circlet on top of Ball's head.
That was a tense moment.
It was a little tense.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know how it was going to go, but I feel as though because I'm the one that stole it from him last time and whatever, like if I don't know, I just kind of felt that like I had the most experience with it since I was battling that person like in like the first couple episodes last season or whatever. And
I think that's what Zephyrus was thinking too, or Arthur was thinking too. It's just like, oh well, Riff did that before. You had some cool backflips off and stuff before. So
and then I thought because I thought the tower we were in last time, I thought that for whatever reason, I had told Dash that I was going to do this. I thought because I think somebody just made a joke like it was like the library in the Last Airbender episode. So I thought there was like more to it, and I wanted to use this feature, and I'll probably still do it later. But take like my shadow guy and have him go. I was going to have him like go out and like, you know, inspect the rest of the place. Then like we were going to take a short rest and heal up, and then he would come back and like tell us like what else is out there. But apparently it was just a lighthouse. So
that tower thing out there was one thing I was excited to explore a little bit more, but but everybody kind of came up short on some of our investigations, and it seemed like maybe there wasn't anything out there. Just a cool, interesting location to have a fun fight. Yeah. I was right there with you. I was hoping for like the library or something like that from Airbender.
And then you know with this whole Riff is pretty fascinated with two things. One, like this is her first sort of like battlefield type of look, you know, and so like as a warrior and as a monk or whatever, like she's very interested in this. And then obviously like with Mr. Wolf, she thinks it's interesting too, like his new weapon that he wants to create, so she wants to help him find that head, just because she wants to see the weapon. She thinks it'll be cool, but then also she's very interested in like the other side of it, and now that we've got like these Warforged and all this stuff, like she was like standing there with both of her chucks kind of just like hanging on the ground, like she didn't want to seem like she was being aggressive, but now that like these robots have seemed to have like come to life, she's ready to go, and she's got her shadow chucks ready, and she's gonna hopefully kick some butt.
Is Riff thinking there's like you know, are you thinking there's going to be a fight next episode, or are we going to be able to talk our way out of this one?
I mean, I'll let people talk, but I mean the second that it gets going, Riff has got some interesting things that she's going to try out this time if there is a battle.
Sweet. Wolf, what about you? Are you thinking you're going to throw down here?
Wolf was already like, this is going to become a battle, because his instinct is, if I see a pack of Warforged, I mean, think of how ingrained in his head.
It's like Duroc and orcs.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this in no way is surprising him. He's completely ready, and he is going to try and behead one of them.
Nice. I hope you do, so that you can complete that weird macabre weapon.
I absolutely love the dynamic between Ball and Wolf. As it's kind of developed, it's so much fun. It's one of my favorite things we're doing right now.
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it because, you know, I don't think Wolf fully comprehends just how kind of like cruel he's being about his like flippant nature towards the Warforged, with a Warforged in his party. So it's kind of a fun dynamic to see kind of play out between the two.
And Riff looks up to Mr. Wolf, and so she's like trying to like be cool ultimate warrior, you know, with Wolf. And then it's like, yeah, Mr. Ball, quit being such a square. Like relax. It's just a weird robot head or whatever. But she's like not really thinking through. She just like is trying to be accepted by like this warrior that she respects.
Right.
Yeah, that makes it kind of interesting too, because Ball is kind of like focusing on Riff to be kind of like to be like a mentor kind of towards her, but she already has like Wolf as her mentor.
Yeah, she's got the cool uncle. She doesn't want to talk to Dad.
That is interesting, like the sort of dual sides of Riff. There's like the scholar side, and then there's the fighting side. That's something I didn't really think about too much before.
Yeah. Ball is the Danny Tanner, and Wolf is the Jesse.
Yeah, he's Stamo. Say.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, anything that you want to add before we sign off here?
This is fun stuff. I love it. This is good. I loved it. This is like
Put
peak
it on a
D&D.
t-shirt. Fuck it.
Let's look at stuff. Let's find magic items. Oh no, there's baddies.
Hell yeah.
I like that
stuff.
we tried out the circlet. That was probably one of my favorites.
That was the coolest, one of the coolest things we've done in this whole arc. I'm really excited for that. Well, guys, this has been Metagame Minute. Come back on Monday, and we will find out what happens next.
Bye. Hey.
right on cue.